back's backed up against the wall, and the bandwagon's falling right off. And you're hearing all the talk about maybe you should think about what you're gonna do if it don't work out. It ain't about if it makes sense, 'cause if the boot do it don't fit. As far as I can see, there ain't no way to be somebody if you just gon' quit. So if you gotta fight, don't lose it. If you gotta do or die, dream, do it. If you got something to prove, go and prove it. Don't let nobody clip your wings. Keep your head down, keep on the blinders. Tune out the doubters and all the close minders. If it's in your blood, falling down ain't enough to change you. You were born to be. Getting back up, that's the only backup plan you need.
Welcome back, Rico Moneybags, the channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure the bell notification stays lit. Like that, you guys know when we're going live, when the markets are pumping like they are today, and we're paying attention to them, right? So appreciate those pulling up on YouTube, those pulling up on X, and those also pulling up on Pump Fun. If you guys want to win some XPX, go over to the Pump Fun stream, show some support over there in the chat. We'll have some fun in just a bit. But man, the markets are pumping. The markets are looking absolutely fantastic. The overall crypto market cap, we got green over here, we got green over there, we got green just about everywhere. Bitcoin right now at 80,000, close to 81,000. Really did break over it earlier today. We got Ethereum, you know, just over 2,300. BNB at 650 now. Solana creeping back up to get to that $100, you know, psychological barrier of breaking through. But if you look on the right, you know, the majority of this market's pretty green. And you know, the big question is now what? Is it? It's a set. Are we pumping? Is this the start of something that, you know, we should be looking forward to? And that's where we go to do some TA, which is super important. So like that, you're not missing out on these markets and what's going on now. This is that 4-hour chart, and it's been true ever since this breakout right here on this 4-hour chart. Like I said, you don't have to try to make $1 million in one day. You know, I'm not your financial advisor. Do whatever you guys want. But this break was good. This buy signal was good. This buy signal was good. Excuse me. This buy signal was also good. And maybe we'll be getting another one if it flips right here. I do want everybody to be cautious because we are exactly where we've been talking about this on the daily chart, and it's super important to pay attention to this because this daily chart has, you know, this downside to it, right? And this rejection on the 200 movement happened. And this is one of the things that we talked about, right? Now, we're not predicting price. We're not doing this or that, whatever. We're just tracking price. But it did get rejected right there. It got exactly rejected where we said price could get rejected at, right? Because that's where things usually turn around and get extremely, you know, a lot more bullish. But what we're seeing is the markets kind of turn right back green. So is this the attack to go right back up to this 200 moving average? And this is what we've been paying attention to. This is what we've been actually waiting is to, you know, this was our first attempt. We wanted it to break and just do this. Bitcoin back at 90,000. But price got rejected right here. And this is why I want everybody to, I know we're having nice little upticks, but just be careful. We got positive news, a lot of positive things. But, you know, the markets have been very sensitive and very knee-jerk reaction-y, right? We're making up words right now. So I want you guys to be careful that if, I should leave that on there, you know, if you saw this continue to get rejected, that you're looking for a possible short, right? If you seem to have trouble, break into there and it starts breaking past some of these previous ways low, where there's these right here, or even going a little bit lower and breaking underneath, you know for certain that most likely we're going to come down to the point of control again, which is down to 68,000. And this happens super fast when it comes, it goes down a lot faster than it goes up. I'll tell you that. Things that's just, so, you know, just be careful in the market. We're still, you know, in this realm of like, you know, is it going to break out? Is it not going to break out? So just be cautious on the overall market right now. And, you know, we have some nice breakouts. 4-hour chart looking really good as well. But we're right at this area where we got rejected. And, you know, we're at the top of the upper value range. And it is going to have to breathe at some point. I've been very patient, waiting for maybe a perfect short that's going to pop up and waiting for this to, you know, get underneath the 200 moving average. And it started to right here on the 1-hour chart, right? We saw this sell signal right here. And, you know, this sell signal actually got stopped out. It came up to where you would have had your stop. And, it got stopped out. So this buy signal on the 1 hour chart is valid. How valid is it going to stay? Is this just a quick little, impulse move and it's just coming right back down to test the 200 moving average and, going to come test 78,000 at least on the 1 hour chart? And these are all questions that you got to ask yourself while you're in this market, right? Not everybody's trading futures, but if you are trading futures or you're just accumulating Bitcoin, why not do it at a better price, right? Why not, wait your turn almost and let it kind of develop? And that's kind of what I've been doing with BTC, kind of waiting for this to happen because, you can wait, basically. Look, we could have placed a short way over here and that short would have been fantastic. So you know what? I waited this long. I can wait for that confirmation for the markets are completely back on a daily chart, and then possibly coming over here on the weekly chart where this weekly sell signal is invalid and it pumps up to here, over 92K. This thing on the weekly chart turns back bullish, 91, 92K. This thing, comes back into these previous little price action right in this section, and it'll flip this thing right back green. But I do want to stay cautious on maybe a test on the 200 moving average again, because it's right back to the upper value range. This is light volume trading up here, and this is where the majority of the volume is at. So it's going to be attracted to that. Not necessarily all the time, right? The markets can pump up really hard, really surprise everybody. But I just want to stay kind of, on point with some of the stuff. And, I still think the markets have a little bit more to prove. If we break over 3 trillion, it's safe to say almost like the races are back on, right? But right now we're at a $2.69 trillion market cap. If this fell back down close to 2.50, the markets would be crying all over again and, paper handing all over, right? So just stay locked in, track the price. You don't have to make $1 million today. You don't even have to make, $1 today, $10 today. You could just watch price for free and really track it and get familiar with it, right? Let's go on to the next one right here. We got Ethereum. Again, this is some of the stuff that I want people to be careful for. These tests on the 200, tests on the 200. Maybe it goes back up here. Maybe it's ready to go back up to 2,400. But if some of this daily chart stuff gets, really rejected, the price can come back down to, $2,000 ETH or even lower, $1,800 ETH. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not being bearish. I'm just being cautious. That's it, because it has to break past that, because this is what we've been doing ever since we've been underneath it. So I just don't want to get Odi-Wapti again, and it's just a hit right here, and we're coming right back down, when really what we want is just break above and coming up to this upper value range of $3,000 Ethereum, right? So that's what we're doing. We're treading lightly, on some of this price action, what's going on with the space, which there's nothing wrong with that. Look how long it's been since it's been, going down and then going sideways. It's been over 200 days. So what is it for you to wait another 30 days? What is it to wait another 60 days? You already waited, over 200 days that the market's been going in a downtrend and then consolidating forever. Same thing for my XRP fam. I know we're having some nice price action. Just be cautious. I don't want you guys to, everybody just be extremely pumped up. And now the markets are exciting for a bit, but then on the higher time frame we get some rejections, and this is why I want people to be careful about, right? Is yes, I'm bullish, I'm long-term bullish on the market, but I want to make sure that when that sentiment is supposed to be there for the races are back on, that is there with some merit, right? That it's completely there. So I'm feeling bullish. I still think that this is the quote unquote accumulation zone, because it's just been consolidating for a while, and eventually this has to turn into possibly this was the area of accumulation, because it keeps going sideways and trades into this gap and breaks above, right? But if it doesn't do that and price gets rejected right there, then price will come down lower, and maybe you accumulate some more.Maybe you're super bullish on XRP and you get to DCA at cheaper prices. But right now we're still in this consolidation uptick, and we're trying to see a breakout. Here goes BNB putting some green on the chart, on the daily chart, which is nice, because BNB has a mind of its own, honestly. Sometimes it just does what it wants, but the patterns look very similar. The layout looks similar ever since October 10th. Yeah, there's a little bit differences here, a little bit differences there, but at the end of the day, they're fairly similar. They're fairly similar, right? When you look across all of them, this period of a consolidation, it wasn't like anything was moving and it was just outperforming everything else. It's just been a lot of this going on. This is the time that you spend building. This is the time you spend marketing, meeting new people, networking, and all that stuff, because we still have to wait for the markets to be on our side, right? You can hoot and holler all you want if that's what you want to do. Like, hey, no, more power to you. You know, that's who you are. There's nothing wrong with that. But I like to go with the flow. And right now, this is where it's at right now, right? I can't control the market. These things are out of my hands, right? I can control how I react to the market though, right? And it's easier for me to control that when I'm watching on some higher time frames and say, hey, I'm not leaving crypto in the next 5 years. I'm not leaving crypto in the next 10 years. I'm in crypto for life. So why am I rushing through all this stuff? Why, the minute you start trying to rush and control a lot of stuff, you create a lot of friction like that. You create a lot of tension like that. The minute you try grabbing, that's a lot of tension. You just kind of, hey, what can you do? It's winter time. Hey, it's springtime. Can you change the weather? No. Hey, it's raining outside. Unless you know the rain dance or you want it to rain or you don't want it to rain, then shout out to you. But as far as I know, I can just probably get an umbrella if I don't want to get wet. That's what I can do. How I react to it is what matters. And right now, this is what we've been doing, is watching price to see when it's time to react for this massive breakout that we all been waiting for over 200 days and consolidating for, 2 months. So still being very patient, trusting the process. Like I said, I'm not leaving crypto. I don't think anybody else is leaving crypto. Touching grass is good. Touching mountains is good. Networking is great. You're not missing out on too much. This is the time that you spend to DCA, and these could be the prices on BNB at 650 that, a lot of people wish they would have got, because now it did break above the 200. Now it is trading above the upper valley range over $900, and now it's teasing, 1K. But right now, this is where we're just kind of, checking it out. But I don't think you're wrong for, wanting to accumulate BNB at some of these prices down below. Here we go. Solana, nice little breakout as well. Again, not on the complete breakout on the daily chart that we want to see. And we're being cautious that, we get, a rejection on the 200 and we come back down. We don't want that, right? So that's why we don't want to be on the emotional roller coaster. Some people enjoy it. Hey, shout out to them. I'm not here to change people. Trying to change things is difficult. It's a lot easier just to go with the flow of things. And but I think the markets I think it'd be a lot easier for you to be bullish when things break above that. I'm long-term bullish on crypto. Like I said, I'm not leaving crypto. I'm not out of here. I don't think you're out of here, right? So being long-term bullish is where it's really, really, really at, man. And right now, Solana's at $93. If it broke above this 200 moving average, hey, what's up, fam? We could see it come up to 136. And Solana moves like that. I've been telling people for months already, Solana could very easily just out of nowhere 2x, 3x on everybody and surprise everybody with some nice, crazy movement that you guys don't want to miss out on, right? But it's going to start down here. And it's going to come by layering some of these time frames. Here goes the 4-hour chart. This was pretty valid. This sell signal was valid. This buy signal was valid. And this is why I like this indicator, because it does a lot of this buy and sell signals. Not all the time, because this one was down here. But a lot of them are by the 200 moving average. And I like these a lot better. Sometimes they're like this and they will test you. This short signal definitely tested you on the Solana trade. But it was a valid short. Once it broke underneath here, it got above. It came up close to the stop loss, but it was still in the red section technically. And then it came down here. And then the minute it switched back green, valid buy signal. This break above the 200. You see this like correlation together with the buy signal and the sell signal and how it respects, a little bit of these breakouts right by the 200 moving average. So I think it's important for you guys to also check out the 200 moving average, smack it on your chart, watch it for a while. What's up, man? Crumb? Okay, well, check it out, man. Get the community in here, man. We're going to be checking out some cool plays, some plays I've been talking about for a bit. Everybody's welcome. So just repost the stream on X. Get your community in here. Repost it into Telegram. Repost it into Discord. Also, we have a giveaway. If you guys want to join us on Pump Fun on the XPX account, we are doing a giveaway over there. You guys can join us over there. And, we've been laying the foundation over here little by little on Pump Fun. That's one of the projects that are live streaming, and we're right here on the top page, fam. And this is the hottest platform that there is. Actually, no, that wasn't us. This is one of the hottest platforms that there is out there. So to be on that main page right here, highest market cap, and sometimes there's another spot too that we get to be on. Most viewers when we turn up and we get a lot of people on here. But this is how we get more exposure on all of our bags, right? All the projects that pull up. So make sure you guys keep pulling up. show some support over here on the Pump Fund side of things, get the viewer count up, and really just help lay the foundation on Pump.fund. It's one of the hottest websites that there is. So real easy way to get everybody some free marketing as far as everybody pulling up, man. All right, let's go over here back to Solana. And yeah, this daily chart is what we're watching. We're watching this, but this could be a run on Solana up to 111, testing the 200. We could be seeing that in this market. BTC is looking really good. We got gold looking a lot better, but if you've seen, even gold has been calm. Silver has been calm. Silver's turning up right now. We might get a buy signal on silver pretty soon. We might get a buy signal on silver pretty soon. But we're being cautious right now, man. We're still being cautious. We're playing it smooth. Some of these prices can be revisited. Time and price does come back together. So when you see the markets all like this and it's across the board, how it's just chilling, you got to ask yourself, is the price just having, a little uptick and then coming back down, right? And there's nothing wrong with addressing it like that, right? There's nothing wrong with addressing it like that. But let's go into XPX first. This is the project that I launched starting off on the Binance Smart Chain, really with an amazing team and really an amazing community, to be honest with you guys. And started off on the Binance Smart Chain. Now we're also live on the Solana chain, and this comes down to getting exposure. We're live on the Pump Fund stream, where we're live on the Phantom wallet. It's the hottest wallet out. Okay, that's just the facts. And yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be looking for ways to get this product and this service in multiple areas. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We've crossed, well over $340,000 in paid orders. This comes from, getting exposure, building the brand. It doesn't come from just the utilities alone. It comes from the community, getting the word out there. It comes from the marketing that we're doing on multiple platforms. If you guys check out our X, we did just go pro on Mobi. So it's another DEX, but we also got marketing going on over here. And we got something really cool that I'm going to talk about in just a bit after I get done talking about the utilities, for you guys to be able to sign up and also get some of these referral wins that I'm going to be talking about for you guys. But we're a project focused on payment rails, and that's what we're going to continue to be focused on, because all roads lead to payments. We want Crumb to win. We want all your favorite plays to win. So like that, you guys can come to xpxpay.com and use this and leverage it as you're supposed to, right? Because it's one thing to be financially free, but if you're not free to spend your finances, then what's the point? Like, do you tell me? A lot of people right now, they're just stuck in rotation. It's like you're like a side chick on Spaces, and there's going to come a time where you're going to get sick of being rotated on, and you're going to need a solid project. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, a very solid project is XPX. Whether you're buying it on the BNB chain, whether you're buying it on the Solana chain, we have proof of concept. We've been here for close to 2 years, and there's a reason why we're here. We're not just watching the future of quote unquote cryptocurrency, which I really believe is payments, be built in front of our eyes. We're also taking part of it, which is super important to me. So if you're an individual or a business that would like to, be able to use your gains, whether it's from meme coins, whether it's from NFTs, whether it's from the metaverse, whatever it might be, come over here, check out our, suite of utilities. We got KYC cards up to 100K. We got non-KYC cards up to $10,000. I'm working on turning on the Visa cards back on again and getting the program back up. That was something on the API side, but the Visa cards will be back up. We also have non-KYC bill payments. We went from 10 countries to 106 countries that you guys can pay your electric bill, your water bill, your cable bill. You guys can pay your car note. You guys can pay a plethora of things with over 80, it's like over 86,000 companies on there, which is extremely bullish. You also have non-KYC gift cards. Come over here, pick where you're from, get your Uber Eats, whatever you need. Use cryptocurrency to get it and show people, maybe onboard people and show them like, hey, crypto can be used for something. It can be used to buy your Amazon goods. It can be used to order some coffee from Uber Eats or whatever it might be. At the end of the day, we're giving you the power without any gimmicks to use your finances how you want to use them, right? Obviously, we charge a 4% fee on all off-ramps. That generates a revenue for this project, which generates revenue for everybody who's holding the shares of XPX, whether you're holding it on, the whether you're holding it on the BNB chain or you're holding it on the Solana chain. On the Solana chain, we've already done close to $2,800 in buybacks and burns from the creator rewards. We've done also a buyback and burn from the pay portal. We've done close to $2,500 in buybacks and burns on the BNB side from the revenue that's generated. And we're pricing people out slowly but surely, but we have something here that is going to test. It's going to be like it can pass the test of time in cryptocurrency, because if you go to the Satoshi Nakamoto paper, that's what it talks about, an electronic cash system. And that's what we're providing for everybody. If you want to off-ramp 70 different cryptocurrencies, if you want to be able to fill up your gas tank, use your crypto in the real world, come over to xpxpay.com. Also give us a follow at XPX Token. And like that, you can stay up to the latest and greatest of what we got going on. Speaking of the latest and greatest, I'm going to jump right into it because there's some money sitting on the table for everybody if you're interested in signing up. So not only do you get some money, but the person signing up gets some money. I wanted to make this a win-win for everybody. So we're launching a double-sided reward program now. When you help a friend bridge the gap between crypto and the real world, you both get paid. Stack XPX just for sharing the utility. Fam, this is part of our ecosystem. Everybody that's a XPX holder or future XPX holder should be using our ecosystem and growing this ecosystem, because this protects all of our investment in the project and those future investors in XPX for what we're doing here, right? And we're growing the brand. We're staking our claim as a a viable source to off ramp your crypto. But now we make it even easier. You guys know, if you guys been rocking with me for a while, I love a win-win situation. So why not? You get $20 for every successful referral and they get $5, right? And we got some details right here that I'm going to cover for you guys just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So it's pretty easy. Send the link, and when you go to your dashboard, your link will be on the top right. So, once you sign up and you got your own card and you got your own dashboard, you come up here to the right, your referral code, you've already had it. Even if you ever had an account by XPX, your referral code is already live, okay? It's been live. This is the time to use this right now, and where we can grow this thing instead of, 340K, over 340K in paid orders. Let's make it $3.4 million in paid orders. Let's turn this into a 7-figure company, an 8-figure company, and where it actually blows all of our minds away by what we're actually doing here. And we're going to do that together, right? So come over here to your dashboard, get this referral link, start posting it, and get people to sign up. A couple more details just so we're clear, okay? This is very important. So the reward will be in $20 worth of XPX. It's going to be at the current price of XPX. Okay. So if it's today, tomorrow, no matter what, you're going to get your $20 and the other person's going to get $5, just to make sure that it's fair. But you have to make sure that that person went all the way through, right? That they got their card, they signed up, and also that you're signed up, right? And obviously in the dashboard, we can check all this stuff. So, trying to do some fault, just don't even waste your time doing all that stuff. It's very easy to see on the dashboard. It's all set up, as far as your referrals. And, once you come right here, you have your referral set up right here, and you'll be able to see all your referrals. So it's very clean and very easy to trace. So just make sure that you guys are doing this the right way. Get in, and there's no limit on this as well, right? There's no limit on how many people you can onboard. And that's our next phase right now. It's getting more people onboarded to the utilities and services that we have, right? So we've also done this. We've upgraded on to Pro on Whale over here. So pretty bullish if you guys ask me. Let's see. There's supposed to be a post coming out as well. I might have missed it, but we are Pro on there. So people who are using that platform, they will be able to see us a lot easier and see that we actually went, a little bit further, just to, put the crown on top of XPX, and where people can get, it just helps us get more exposure, right? A couple more things to touch on. Then we're going to do a giveaway on Pump Fund for everybody that's tuned in. Then we're going to go through all the projects. We've got Maxing that's been pumping up really hard. I've been telling everybody about that one. Put that one into your guys' rotation, because that's what the space has been doing. It's just been rotating, right? But I'm trying to find you guys the best place to rotate in, some safe investments and all the above, right? So something to touch on real quick before we wrap it up on XPX and go into next plays. If you guys are interested into, getting your donation widget live, using it like the Space Penguins, using it like the Moses West Foundation, using it like one of our, community members are using it for whatever you need. It's just like GoFundMe. Let us know. Create a business account. I was actually in talks with somebody that I met at the Bitcoin conference the last couple of days. Pretty bullish things happening behind the scenes when it comes to XPX and onboarding some more real world people. We already got the limousine business, but making these contacts with people and helping them out, possibly using our donation tool, it's going to be pretty powerful. Okay. So this is more and more exposure to XPX and the brand, but also more exposure to people using our utility and receiving cryptocurrency through the donation widget and then using our cards, right? And they're going to tell a friend and tell a friend. And this is the perfect time to implement this referral program where everybody can win, because we're starting to kind of reach into the real world a lot more. And yeah, and that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? That's the next step. So we're just taking the next step, and that's what we're going to do as a project. All right, fam. The chart is right here. We're at 72K on the Solana side. We're over here at 172K on the BNB side. So you can have your pick. You guys can buy it on the BNB side. Chart's looking really healthy, recuperating already. And this thing is programmed, fam. This thing is absolutely programmed. It's just a matter of time. You guys will see that you guys were a part of XPX super early, and that all roads do lead to payments. You guys will see that no matter what. And we're one of those projects. And if you like the utilities, then why not buy the stock? Whether it's on the Solana side, whether it's on the BNB side, there's going to be people who trade it, people who jumping in and out. Fine, that's all good. But the long-term vision of XPX has not changed, and it's actually growing. We didn't get to $340,000 in paid orders by accident. Over 88,000 paid orders last month. Before that, 50 something thousand. This month, over 20 something. And people using it in all different types of ways. There's a reason why we're here. And if we can grow that number of users, we're close to 700 active users. If we can grow that to 7,000, this easily turns into a powerhouse. And all these prices will never exist ever again on XPX, because that's going to be a lot of buy pressure coming from what we built out, man. You guys, man, super bullish on you guys and super bullish on what we're building here. And let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Let's go to maxing next. This is one that I've been telling you guys about. We got a couple plays to check out. America's another one that was pumping up. And I don't want you guys to miss out. This is one that I've been keeping an eye on. And like I said, look at this one. I mean, look at this consolidation underneath $1 million market cap, hit $1 million market cap. Everybody cheated on them and they consolidated forever. But when they broke past that 1 million, everybody, that's the thing that I want people to understand. It's like those sellers, they're still in the Telegram. Just because they sold doesn't mean they left the Telegram. Even the people who FUD or soft FUD or whatever, that got issues, and then they got, they're toxic. They're still around, and they got the same problem that the space has, greed, right? And when this thing pumps back up, now you only not have the people that have been, buying it up and new investors, but you have everybody that now that's already been in the Telegram that probably cheated over here underneath $1 million market cap and is pumping, and now they're also applying the buy pressure. So you have a win-win right here. So you just got to go through it, right? You just got to, there's nothing you can do about it, man. You're going to have your complainers, you're going to have your whiners, your moaners. But at the end of the day, if you have a community that keeps pushing and people that understand the narrative, understand the vision, then these are the results that crypto produce. This is what it really comes down to. And now this thing's back at 5 million. Anybody who cheated over here, it went up to 1 million. It came all the way down to, 22K market cap. I bet they all figured it out, right? I bet they all fudded themselves, right? I bet some people even fudded their own bags. Now what? 5 months later, it's at $5 million market cap. If you bought more down here and you DCA'd on this thing, your bag is looking silly. Are you maxing on your bag? And this is the thing, is like, find your conviction plays. Like, stop getting rotated on. You're like a lot of people have turned into like side chicks almost, or side dudes or something. You're literally in rotation. And you got to find your narratives and you got to DCA into these. You don't got to buy every single one, right? Not every single one I put up here. I'm honestly, none of them that I put up here. None of this is financial advice, but I'm saying look for something that you can diamond hand, that you can lock in, because this is what it produces eventually. Okay, 5 months later, so what? I've been in the space for freaking ever. You're at $5 million market cap. You went all the way up to 7. I was telling everybody that this thing has the potential to go to 10 million. Why? Because the narrative is there. And it's been something that people are talking about. I don't think that maxing is going to go away. I just think that men are starting to max, but women have been maxing for a while. Now it's just guys maxing. And I don't think that is going to stop with social media and the way that, everybody's concerned, more than ever on how they look. I don't think this is going anywhere, but, up. And this is what I drew out. And this is that up, back down. And the next leg up could be $10 million market cap on maxing. All right, let's go to their X account, see what they're talking about, fam. And this is what I'm telling you about your conviction plays. And, a lot of people fumbled this one. A lot of people fumbled this one. This one's actually doing really, really good right now. And I'm glad that it's winning because look at all the Jeets, all the soft futters. You don't think they had people on the Telegram crying? You don't think they had people on X, complaining and doing, man, right? It's like, move it or lose it, right? And it's like, here it goes. Now they're maxing. And this is what it comes down to. Are you willing to max through, the haters? Are you willing to max through and anybody who's flooding you and get out of rotation, honestly, and have your conviction play and load up on it. Protect your investment, DCA into it, push it higher, and make all the Jeets, cry those G tears. Sometimes you gotta, stay humble, or life will humble you. I know that for a fact, but sometimes you got to put a little bit of pressure on them as well. And this happens just like this, staying engaged, growing your community, and having that breakout moment, right? It was the breakout that eventually did it. And this is up for grabs for any project, whether you're a frog, a cat, or a dog meme coin, a utility play. At the end of the day, it comes to the resilience of the community, the resilience of the team, and the resilience of the narrative, right? And the vision of the project. And that's what you have right here with this one. This one's looking really strong. And we could be seeing one that turns into I told you so moment. And I'm excited for all these guys down here. All these guys, cool. And I'm excited for this pump, of course. But these guys down here, I want them to be rewarded big time. And they're already being rewarded. These guys down here just underneath 1 million, shaking out to 22K market cap, but that breakout eventually, I'm rooting for those guys. I want these guys to see it because I want people to win. And maybe they take some of those winnings and go to XPX and don't get rotated on. Or maybe they just hold this bag and they say, you know what, Maxi's going to, 50 million, going to $100 million market cap, because we could be due up for some of that action, right? So crazy bullish on this one. This one's looking really good. I do want to do a giveaway right now. If you guys are, in the mood for a giveaway, come over to the XPX Pump Fund stream. It's very easy to do. If you guys are listening on X, if you guys are listening on YouTube, come over to Pump Fund. You guys will see us right on the homepage. We're live right here. Come over here and tap in for a giveaway. And let's do our thing, man. Let's do our thing and reward those that are tapped in with us. And reward those great communities, man. That's really what it's all. That's really what it's all about. What's up, Chuck? We might be having a guest on Wednesday. We'll see what's up. Been contacting a lot of people. It's just getting everybody to line up, right? Time zones and all that good stuff. But let's go to the giveaway part of the stream. This one's going to be easy because there's not that many people on the Pump Fund stream today. So you guys are going to win fairly easy. I might even lower the number just to make it even easier for you guys, because I just want you guys to win. That's what it comes down to, man. That's what it comes down to, us winning. And we're producing that, man. On the BNB chain, a lot of people faded us and whatever. It's here. It's programmed. I believe in these smart contracts. Anybody who doesn't, you're silly, man, honestly, because these smart contracts continue to prove that they're programmed. And when you have a real utility like we have, it's pretty simple. The math is mathing, fam. That's what it really comes down to. So let's do a giveaway while we stare at Bitcoin's price and have some fun together. You guys are absolutely amazing. Go over to the Pump Fund stream. Let's do a number 1 through 100, and we'll just do it like that. We'll spam the chat on Pump Fund, pump.fun. Go find us on the live stream over there and tap in, fam. We're getting more people to pull up. So right now, number 1 through 100, and I have the number. So go ahead. Let's go ahead. Have some fun in the chat, man. It is on the Pump Fund stream. Make sure that you guys do come over there and join us. And that's where that giveaway is happening, on the Pump Fund stream while we're watching Bitcoin, retrace a little bit, maybe come back down to this section of the 200. But I'm watching this 4-hour chart and the daily chart because, we got to stay locked in. We're staying locked in no matter what, right? So 1 through 100 on the Pump Fund stream. I have the number already. Spam it in the chat. Pull up, fam, and let's have a good time. Let's have a good time. What's up, AD? What's up? What's up? Drink some coffee. Let's go. Yeah, man. Spam the chat, man. You can win that. That's on you to win it. It's easy money sitting on the table, man. It's an easy play to accumulate, man. It's super easy to accumulate this play. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. What's up, Crypto Fam Radio? What's up, fam? If you're here for the giveaway, man, definitely tune in on Pump Fun. Pick a number 1 through 100. And win, man, and win. Pull up, fam, pull up. I see the numbers climbing on Pump Fun. You guys better get these numbers in quick because people are pulling up. People are pulling up. People are listening. Crypto Fam Radio, I could pull up some of your stuff as well and check out everything that you're doing on your page, bro, and show you some love. You're a great guy, and you're doing great things for the space. And I want the XRP fam to win, bro. Big old W for the XRP fam, honestly. 1 through 100 on the Pump Fun stream, giveaway of XPX. We minted over 100 NFTs. Whoo! Woo! I'm telling you, and on so you guys did also a good thing too. And like I'm sure that oh, we got our first winner, we got our first winner, we got our first winner, we got our first winner. 63 was the number. Shout out to you, man. With very low XPX, and you still win, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's winning. Everybody's winning. Now, you know what was smart about that is at the end of the day, what it comes down to is exposure, right? And obviously you guys are bullish on XRP and you guys are, the XRP fam and everything like that, but let's just be honest, right? Can we get some, and that's what it's about. It's about waving your flag over there. You shouldn't be ashamed to say, hey, I want to wave my XRP flag over here on Solana and show you guys what we've been building. Scared money don't make money. You're scared to wave the flag over there. I don't know. I don't even want to know. That's what's crazy. People want to know. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Let them know. You guys do the knowing. I don't know. Shout out to the Lady Dev as well and the Lady Cafe. I'm looking forward to having them on here as well. Definitely ask her what's up, man, so we could get her up on stage. We can vibe together. She was absolutely amazing. I definitely let me follow her back. Don't want to miss out on that and show off her platform to everybody as well and get more eyes on it because I got a bunch of Solana degens that love Solana stuff. You guys better tap in with this community, man. We be moving charts. We be moving charts, man. We got some investors over here. We got some, we attract the degens, investors, the normies, the boomers, the Gen X, the Gen Z, whatever freaking gen you want to put. Everybody's pulling up, fam. So come over here, give Crypto Fam a follow. Lock in, fam. Don't be like that. Lock in. Right. And don't miss out on all the stuff that he's got going on with these adventures. And I really think this has the potential to be a TV show. Honestly, I'm rooting for you. I think that you guys can actually pull this off. I think there's a space for it. I think people would binge watch it. So definitely tap in. If you guys come over here to the Lady Cafe and click on the website right here, which is perfect. You guys can come over here and see what's going on. You guys can come over here and see what's going on. Here we got the right here, right at the top. You got your Teardrop Cafe or your Teardrop Access Pass, and that's how you guys can get more access to all the stuff that Crypto Fam Radio is talking about. So let's just visit it, go through all the motions on the website. Ooh, right? So there you guys go, man. Extremely, man, for the cheap, you guys can get access to this exclusive content and also support the builders in the space, man. Support the builders in the space and most likely get access to these communities, right? Why not? Why not get access to these communities and see what these videos were all about? Go check them out. They're selling out. They're moving and grooving. You guys don't want to miss out on this, all right? This could be the start of something massive with the Lady Cafe. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, just being around the XRP people, we're still so early because they were so still XRP, you know, and it's like, you know, just hearing the conversations, you know, we haven't had a massive cross pollination of all chains and things like that. Like people are still Bitcoin maxing, people are still XRP maxing, and that's all right. But there will be a blend, and we're starting to see that right now. We're, you know, like ourselves from the BNB chain waving our flag on the Solana chain. You got Lady Cafe right here starting off with, you know, XRP, but bringing Sol as an option, right? And you're starting to see that if you read in between the lines, you start to see this, you know, cross chain and everybody coming together to get that exposure that people are looking for. And pretty bullish, if you guys ask me, pretty bullish. Let's get the show back on the road. Let's get the show back on the road with the teardrop. Let's go to Bull next. Then we'll go to America. We'll see if it's still there. This is another one I would keep an eye on personally because it's kind of like that maxing thing, you know? It's just been consolidating. This chart is actually still very healthy looking, if you guys ask me. I would keep an eye on this Matt Fury play. You know, it's got that Matt Fury font. It's cruising at 4.7. Could it go lower? Absolutely. It can come back to where it's been going down to right here. This boom, 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 boom. All these areas at $3 million market cap, 100%. It could come back and visit these areas. But it can also have its breakout and go to 10 million. I think a lot of this stuff is waiting for the market to be, you know, full steam ahead type of scenario, right? Let's go to the X account, check out what they got going on. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys showing up. So bull the market, man. That's simple. And you got a bull just beating up on bears. And right now, they should be waving this flag like crazy because it seems like the bulls have been beaten on the bears, right? It seems like the bulls are beating on the bears. And that could be the case right now. You guys let me know in the chat. You guys think it's the bulls are ready to put the bears in a chokehold? Is it that time right now? Is it the bull full, you know, on whoop that? Oh, pretty interesting when you think about it, because it's been a hot minute where we just been suppressed, you know, and everybody's just very scared. Everybody's, you know, fudding themselves. People have been fudding their own. This has probably been one of the topics that I think people have been talking about the least, is like people have been fudding their own bags. It's crazy, you know, just for like a little bit of gossip sake, and then when the markets come back, none of that stuff is going to matter. You know, you're going to find your maxing, you're going to find your XP, you're going to find your bull, you're going to find your Crypto Fam Radio people doing really good because they spent this downtime right now, you know, collaborating, networking, building for the excitement in the market, right? You don't want to wait for that so much. We already got that going, right? So bull is probably another one, kind of like maxing. Keep an eye on it, fam. Could it go lower? Yes, anything can go lower in the space. We've seen that people cheat on themselves, you know, people FUD themselves, you know, that people, you know, paper hand on the, you know, I don't even get it no more, right? I don't want to get it. I don't want to understand that stuff. What I want to understand is the long-term vision on cryptocurrency, the long-term vision on solid community, the long-term vision on solid projects that really want to build something in the space, whether it's a meme coin with merch, whether it's an NFT project with real world events, whether it's, you know, payment rails from XPX, whatever it might be, those things that are actually just being like just going nonstop and, you know, wanting to help the community win and win with the community. That's some of the stuff that I'm looking for. And this could be one of those cases right here with bull. Let's go on to our next play, fam. I think one that we should always keep an eye on moving forward. It's LOL. You know, this thing's consolidating. This thing had its crazy run up all the way up. And this one also had its little fake out, you know, its first $1 million market cap attempt. Everybody cheated it, faded it down to 261, and then when it broke out 1 million, this is what happens. You think these people who rotate can resist this? You just got to be the next person, that they want to rotate into. That's what it comes down to. But they're not going to change those habits, and the minute the whole community finds a floor and it's consolidating and it has to break out and it breaks past a certain psychological barrier, you're going to have what follows, just like everything else in the space. And LOL is looking like people might be ready for this one. This is a good area. It could be accumulation zone where this thing pumps past 5, pumps past 10, because people have not really faded this thing. People are keeping an eye on it. Everybody heard about this LOL, and everybody's going to continue to hear about LOL because I still use it. I use LOL all the time in text messages or when I'm writing stuff. I mean, people constantly make me laugh. That's the best thing to do, is laugh at everything. You can't do nothing about it. You might as well LOL it. That's what I do. People FUD, LOL. People mad, LOL. People happy, LOL. It's real easy to have peace like that and have a little bit of freedom if you're not just reacting to everything, right? Like, forget reacting to everything. Forget that. LOL that. LOL reacting to everything nonstop. It's like, it is what it is. Put on a jacket. It's wintertime. You're not going to be able to get it to stop snowing. It's snowing. Guess what? It's just snowing, okay? It's a snowing environment right now. It's under 33 degrees. We got some wetness in the air. It turns into snow. That's simple. And just, put on some snow boots. There you go. And then march right through the snow. When the snow melts and the water dries up, put on some shorts. What else can you do? What else can you do? Go with the flow, man. And that's the best thing you can do, because this market's here no matter what, fam. This market is here no matter what. Bitcoin's going to $1 million. It's going to zero. They're not building these ETFs. They're not building all this infrastructure for it to go to zero. Okay, so keep an eye on this. We're still extremely early. Find your bullish plays that you're bullish on, because we haven't even had full-blown crypto adoption. And those plays that really set themselves up and set the foundation are going to be the ones that really won. Here goes one that was pumping with a crazy looking chart. Got everybody's attention for sure. Oh, they broke that $1 million market cap. Boom. Look at the breakout after you break 1 million and then you go higher. Sheesh, man. It's just there for you. It's just there. Look at this consolidation, the cheating, all that. And then boom, right back up. Right back up. What happens? Eventually they're all out of tokens. The people who are cheating on you, they're all out of tokens. And if they refuse to buy back at these prices, then eventually the buyers just push it higher. Now you got this, which is pretty catchy. America would probably do pretty good. I'm sure a lot of patriotic people would probably buy this. And it could probably go higher. Is it time for poly meta to come back? Is the political meta full blown again? Is that the case? Is laser eyes active all over again? That's up for debate, right? I guess that's up for debate, because it's been a while since we had a good political token take off, and maybe we're due up for that too. Maybe that's what we're seeing right here. Some people that are looking for this, so we'll mark this one up. Let's put that $5 million market cap up there and see if it does the same pattern. But we see what happens when you break $1 million market cap and you push on this thing a little bit further. These are the type of results that any community can have. And like I said, eventually they just run out of tokens. Then all they have is their mouth. All they can do is just talk and try to FUD everybody else's bag. But eventually when it pumps, none of that even sticks. They're just throwing a bunch of stuff on the wall, hoping something sticks. But when the pump comes, all of that slides right off the wall. I promise you guys that. So shout out to this one and this community doing really good as well. Nice little consolidation and then breaking that $1 million market cap. You want to keep an eye on these plays. I'm not saying go all in. I'm not saying put anything in, right? It's not financial advice, but keep an eye on these plays that have, that breakout and then potentially going higher, right? It could go to zero right now while we're live. So, be careful for sure. This is the crypto space. You guys are so bullish, man. Honestly, we covered basically all of the ones that I wanted to cover. We'll cover a couple of other ones. Shout out to the Thierry fam. Shout out to Lisa. They broke their all-time high, came right back down, and they're still going. It's like that happens. People will literally, I was laughing at some of the trades on this one because I got some Thierry, right? I support Lisa. I support Ben. And this one was one of the easiest ones to see that people who sold through this were buying back up through here. it's like you could have just DCA'd, and it's like you can find some of them. When it was first happening, the first run up, I was like, wow, like you were actually in a good spot where you could have just see like this selling through here, selling through here. This person's just been. Imagine if it was just all DCA, 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 and then this pump right here is like, whoo, that would have been different. That would have been different, right? And there was a lot of cases like this. And this is what I'm trying to get to is those same people that sold on you when it goes back up, they're still in the Telegram. They can't help but being in the Telegram. It's like they're gonna be in the Telegram. And yeah, when it pumps back up, those same people that are watching the Telegram are gonna get some of that. So Terry, man, follow Ben Billions, follow Nira, follow Lisa, and stay tapped in. We got Tag as well. I know a lot of people paying attention to Tag Bot. Nice little, rejected at $1 million market cap. Very common. I mean, extremely common. Came back down to 358. All good. No big deal. I'm now consolidating right here. And again, if this thing breaks that $1 million market cap, you guys saw what they did on Whale Miner and, pumped up to 5 mil. And now it's on its recovery phase. But these guys are still pushing. They're still building. I see, Lisa, I see Nira, I see Ben Billions around this one. If you guys go to the X page, you guys can learn more about TechBot. But, if you look at the Whale Miner and how it did, maybe this is the next one that does a nice little leg up, right? And you guys don't want to miss out on this. Don't want to miss out. So let's go to Whale Miner next. Actually, show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. We'll check out some of these plays and kind of get to that spot. We got this one right here. There goes 5 million back down here. And again, if it breaks 1 million and breaks these kind of areas that it did before, the same thing's going to happen. So don't be discouraged. If people are still building, they're still going. This is part of the market. All projects, just don't go up. You got to kind of detach yourself from that because you're going to be bummed out because you can't control everybody. You just can't. You got TLT. I mean, the luxurious lounge doing really good. And you could be doing everything right. People still sell on you. Broke over the 1 million back down here, but David's still building. David's still doing his thing. He also has a Normie token doing pretty good, kind of leg up. And here goes a good example of, Normie token going all the way down to, from where it was at all the way down here. And now it's going right back up. So everybody who sold Normie token down here, I don't know. Right. And that's just part of the space. Honestly, that's just how the space operates. You got your traders like this, it's part of it. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You got your traders of the charts. Those are going to exist. And like I said, a lot of these people who sell on you later on, they'll be buying back up once this thing starts to turn right back up. They won't be able to resist it. They won't be able to resist it. So just know that even when they sell, and it seems like they might have gone, you see bought right here, sold right there. Okay. You got your traders, creating volume, creating, buy pressure and, creating more creator rewards as well. But you got this thing turning right back around. So don't be discouraged. Don't listen to people flooding their own bags. Anything can bounce back and go right back up. And those same people who sold, like I've been saying, they're still in the Telegram. The minute it starts going right back up, they'll buy it right back. Why? Because that's what they've been doing everywhere else. That's what they've been doing. We bump into the same projects. How many of the same people you think are in the same projects that we all know? A lot. So, we're kind of like the dating scene of today. Everybody's in rotation. Everybody's being rotated. You're in rotation, right? So, when it's back your turn and you're back in rotation, you're building floors and having a small breakout, people will come back. So this one's getting close to 200K market cap. I have no doubt it'll probably go up to its all-time high. Maybe some people get out, but little by little, if you keep grinding away, those people keep rotating and building a higher floor. And eventually you got new investors that want to hold and push the vision all the way, right? So stay locked in with that, fam. Stay locked in with your conviction plays. This is also a great example for everybody about what it looks like to have a conviction play. Everybody who faded this, you're wrong. If you took profits at the top and you bought back in down here, fine. You got it. You figured it out, Rain Man. But this thing pumped right back up to close to 30 million. When it came all the way down to $1 million market cap from, 80, super pullback, and then just a nice little pump out of nowhere. And then everybody rushed right back to it and everybody was talking about it. Then you have people exiting, but now it's got everybody's attention. And that's what happens no matter what in this space. So don't get discouraged on your conviction plays. You got to kind of go with the process. If it's winter, put on the coat. If it's summer, put on some shorts, put some sun tanning lotion on. I don't know. DCA, protect your investments, push it higher, because it does not matter what it is. Those same people that were gone from this TG and probably sold on this project, when this thing started pumping back up, best believe they saw that thing popping up on their Telegram and they jumped right back in there and bought some more of this, right? That's what this space has been doing for a while. Those are the characteristics of what's been going on. So yeah, there could be shakeouts. And look, now they got their spaces up and running. I'm sure it's probably packed. Let's see how many people are there. 13 people. I thought it'd be more than that, but watch them grow. Yeah, we got this as well, which is nice. And we got, what is it? We did this right here. We upgraded ourselves on the platform as well. It was 150 to do that. Just to get more exposure, and when we pump, that people would notice us on a lot of different platforms, because I know the pump's going to happen, right? We're going to have our turn as well. And we're also going to assist in creating that turn with the buybacks and burns. We got more burns coming up. We've already burned 21 million tokens as far as XPX goes. On the Solana side, we've burned, up to $2,500 on the BNB side. And that supply shock is going to happen, right? It's already programmed. It's just going through the process of what it's all about. So nice pump on Bitcoin today, holding some serious prices, back over 80K, looking amazing. Overall crypto market cap looking beautiful. And we're just watching the market, tracking price. But this is the time. I think this is the time where, you make or break it. You find your conviction plays, you push on them, and, that market could really turn up. And you start seeing Solana pump up, you start seeing BNB pump up, ETH pump up, and all your favorite plays are just flying along with it. So looking really good. We're still, being a little cautious on the daily chart. We want to see this breakout right here. If not, it could get rejected, and we got to be, on point with that stuff, right? And we're going to keep you guys tapped in. So make sure you guys keep the bell notification lit like that. You guys can find out, did we break past the 200 moving average eventually? Or are we going to see some lower prices on BTC? That's going to be what we're going to be talking about for quite some bit. And then once it's already happened, we get to just, confetti and woo, euphoria and pump it up, and all that good stuff. But right now we're still, thinking face on it and watching the markets. And that's nothing, because we love doing this. We love the markets. I love cryptocurrency. I love the XPX community. That's what I'm here to do is be tapped in with these things and watch this market evolve over time. And it's actually a pleasure of mine. I don't know what else I would be doing. This is what I want to be doing, and this is what I'm going to continue to do. And if you guys are also not planning on leaving crypto, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Follow us on Pump Fund. Follow us also over here at Rico Moneybags. Follow the XPX account, follow me at Rico Moneybags, and follow the main account to stay up to the latest and greatest of what we got going on. You guys have been absolutely amazing during the stream. Thank you guys for all of those who pulled up, showed some love, reposted the stream, and all that good stuff. Make sure you guys keep coming back to experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is.
So your bag's backed up against the wall, and the bandwagon's falling right off, and you're hearing all the talk about maybe you should think about what you're gonna do if it don't work out.